Welcome to the TalkOver. I still don't have an intro for this. This is the only show where you pay for the entire seat, but you only need the edge. You know, I've been to a lot of places that have said that, and I don't. And I did use only the edge of the seat, but it's because the rest of the seat's uncomfortable. So, like, I kind of wish I would have used. I wish I would have had been able to use the whole seat. This is the TalkOver. My name's Trent, and I'm joined with Chad.
You know, we had seats like that in my movie theater growing up too. You sit on the edge of the seat though, because if you sat too far into the back, it'd swallow you up like a clamshell because they were just really crappy seats.
Well, today we are going to be talking over Swiss Army Man, a movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I watched it roughly when it came out, and I didn't really go back to it. It's not because I didn't like it. It's just, I don't know, just life happens sometimes. So you picked this one, and honestly, I could not have called that. I mean, I know that you like it. I just didn't know, like, this is the one you would want to go for. So why did you pick Swiss Army Man?
Well, I'll be honest, you know, you are a hard guy to pick for in general. You have seen a lot of films, Trent.
A couple.
But, you know, this stuck out to me because this film by the Daniels, this was the first one I saw by them. And I was kind of like burned out on Harry Potter at the time when I first saw it and was like, ooh, this looks weird with Daniel Radcliffe. And it's dark, it's absurd. Like, a lot of people are going to honestly probably be turned off like in the first 5 minutes of this movie. Like, it's going to like weed out the weak ones real quick. But
the uninitiated.
the ones, yeah. But
Okay.
the ones who do stick around, I think, like, once you get past the initial shock value, you're gonna find like a very human story with like a lot of heart, and that's really what I love about it. Like, even as uncomfortable as many moments near the end make me.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's the thing, is there's a lot that I've blocked out. I remember the broad strokes. I should have. I thought about a good tagline for this episode coming up, and it was. I said it in one of our group chats, but it was, "Let's watch the Riddler ride Harry Potter like a skidoo," because that's the big thing that I remember. And so is this something I want to bring up, and that's what I want to look for while I'm watching it this time around. I just watched Eric Voss's deep dive on his explanation of his theory that every American movie is either Wizard of Oz or it is Citizen Kane. I've heard him say that, and I thought I understood it until he did a breakdown of it, and I wasn't even close. I think I understand it now. He's like way smarter. His kung fu is stronger than mine. But I think this movie is a Citizen Kane. I think, based on his description, I don't think that it's, even though you would think it's Wizard of Oz, because it is kind of a crazy journey. But I think it's more about one person's struggles or learning about them over time through their life and their actions. That's why I think that this is Citizen Kane. So we're basically watching Citizen Kane tonight. So that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's an interesting perspective on it too. I mean, one of the things that when I was watching the commentary about it that they brought up is this movie is kind of about like the negative effects that shame has on people, and like the things that shame can do that keep us from love. So I think that actually like really does feed to your theory of it being like a Citizen Kane style, because,
well, it is Eric Voss. So I'm gonna everything I say tonight, blame on Eric Voss, because I don't know him. Right. So just blame all my mistakes on him. So
sure, we can roll with that then.
Well, all right. Well, cool, man. Well, listen, we're gonna go ahead and fire this up. We'll talk some more about it as we go along. For those of you that don't know, we're going to be watching Swiss Army Man. You can queue it up. It's on Max right now. I do recommend going ahead and bringing it up, because sometimes Max likes to tell you what new season of White Lotus is coming out. So you can go ahead and get that ad over with. In a minute, I'm going to hit go on a timer that I learned how to finally make. And we're going to use that to sync up. If you get off with it, you can always get back to the timer. It's always going to be going. I take a break about an hour into it, about 5 minutes for I have what I'm calling the 5P timer. It's the 5-minute 5P timer. Personal time, PPs, poo-poos, the 5 Ps. So
like Farley's 5 flavors, you know, from the classic sequel to Rocky Horror.
Exactly. Yeah, that's basically it. So in a minute, I'm gonna give you a 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll go on go. You ready?
Not quite. There is one last point I want to bring up for everyone to kind of keep an eye out while you're watching this movie.
Okay.
So I've never seen this before, but according to the directors, there's a Sasquatch hidden in the movie that you can find. So Daniel Radcliffe had a bodyguard who was on set for most of filming. And one day near the end of the shoot, he put on a Sasquatch costume and kind of like frolicked in the back of shots or whatever, right?
Okay.
And so they said that one made it into the movie, but they wouldn't say where. You're supposed to like message them if you find it. I didn't find it, but the funny thing is, a couple days later, near the end of the shoot, another family came to the state park that they were filming this at, and they're like, "We saw footage that there's a Sasquatch in this area, and we're looking to take pictures." And you know,
Okay. All right. So we
apparently it
have to.
traveled fast.
So you're saying there is a Sasquatch somewhere in this movie,
Supposedly, yeah.
according to the Daniels or according to fans?
The Daniels.
Okay. All right.
Straight from the commentary.
Okay. Well, let's without further ado, let's go 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Hang on 1 second. It's a live show, folks. Count yes. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Didn't have my finger on the right button. I was like, I'm gonna have to click 2 times. It was the pressure. I forgot this was an A24 movie as well.
You can never go wrong hardly with an A24 movie.
When they first started, A24 was a little difficult to get people to watch because I feel like the first one I remember suggesting was Free Fire, I think it's called, which was supposed to be kind of like a what's it called? The like a Reservoir Dogs, but it's not Reservoir Dogs. It was fine, but I feel like they started hitting their stride, a little bit later. So it's cool to see what they're putting out now for certain. Oh man, this is the part. Every time that I've done one of these is I'm just like, I've got to say words and stuff. But I'm like, I'm just watching a movie with my bud. This is like the funniest thing.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I love the beginning of this movie too, because like they say, and I kind of agree, like you're either in or you're out here. Sure. It's not for everyone.
Oh, I don't think this is by far the worst part. I don't remember it that well.
Oh no,
I remember a little bit. What you do if you're stranded on an island is you wait for a porta potty to wash up. Make friends with the local volleyballs. They're usually a doctor.
That's what I'm doing. They're just over there. You can't see them up.
I love the background. It's so perfect. I didn't know that's what you were. As soon as you came in, I just started dying laughing.
Okay. I love all the little junk they built for this movie, all the garbage.
While this is going on, just real quick.
That boat won't float on its own. They had to build something to make it stand up because that doesn't work.
It's actually kind of hard to make something that'll float. There's a reason why, like, it's so, oh boy. Yeah, this is the point. You're like, well. Oof.
I know, that's a fake beard.
No.
And fake wig.
No.
Or no, he had extensions in his hair. It was just fake beard.
I feel like Paul Dano, I feel like he had a career that led up to There'll Be Blood, and then I feel like there's been things past. I feel like there's 2 sides to his career, not better or worse. It's just I feel like it's 2 different Danos, and this is after that Dano, which I like a lot. I mean, he was the Riddler. He was incredible. This movie's incredible. But I don't see the guy that was like, get out, you demons, get out, get the and he's yelling at Daniel Plainview.
I think everyone, or at least I can relate to that. Like, you're just like, oh, I'm saved. Fuck.
This happened to, you got to look to Castaway as the primer. He said he would have hurt himself when he tried this. He had that messed up log that he tossed to see if it would work. And he was like, no, I would have bled to death on the rocks. So like, you gotta test stuff, man. So, okay. While we've got this going, Daniel Radcliffe had security on set with him. Like, do you think he's
got a bodyguard because he's Harry Potter?
You think he had like code words like lightning head or something like that? Like they had like lightning heads going to craft services. We're moving,
It wasn't like that so much, as I understand, because it's an indie film. He actually helped out a lot and was like very like they very rarely use a doll instead of him in this movie.
Yeah, they didn't have those dolls like they had on Guardians 3 yet that look like a human. They have like a little bit of weight to them. It's so weird. But this is one of the 3 in the Harry Potter's Lost His Damn Mind trilogy. There's this one, Horns, I believe, and Guns Akimbo, which I recommend. I think it is pretty okay.
I showed this movie to my partner when we first started dating early in, and this was definitely one of those like, Are you in? And not only did she love it, she showed me horns after, which
Hey, that's kismet. That's meant to be. It's
right.
providence. That's awesome. The person that showed me this, we're not a couple. Person that showed me this showed me horns as well. But it was how I don't remember how close after this one. Or maybe horns was before this one? No.
Ooh, I'm not sure on that.
This was 2016. Hmm. I mean, this could be a prequel to the Batman.
Yeah. This is how he originally broke.
For real. Yeah. Dude, every morning when I wake up, you just gotta. He passed out on the beach. That means he had a lot of drinks the night before. A lot of margaritas that had stuff in it that don't belong, like Coronas.
It's really funny, honestly, that the Daniels even made this movie because they hate body humor. But like they're like, because we hate it, we have to do the very best of it. Like, oh, ingenuity.
That's somebody in the chat. Hi, Kaikus. I might be pronouncing your name wrong. Jacob's Ladder scenario. I haven't seen Jacob's Ladder. I don't think. I've talked about it. A lot of people talk about Jacob's Ladder. That should go on the TalkOver. I actually know who might suggest that one. Actually, they messaged me yesterday. I'm
guessing that might be Michael in the chat. Hi, Michael. If it is
oh you. My God, that is Michael. You're right. I forgot the name. Well, then if Michael wants to come on and do Jacob's Ladder, I would be more than glad to.
I love this. You're like trying to have this like
the last moment of your life,
of killing yourself and like singing a song to send yourself off, and this corpse is just like
farting.
Yeah,
hey, the lack of respect. Yeah, he's got nice shoes.
Like, I'm gonna come kill you again, corpse.
Oh my God, I would have robbed him for shoes first because I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm gonna. You have your own island. You're king. What? You can set the economy. You can make your own dollar with your name on it. Yeah, you got to write it with poop and blood. But hey, it's your money. But first thing I'm doing is I'm swapping them shoes. I have no idea how tiny Daniel Radcliffe's feet are, but I could cut the end out of them shoes. Again, because I've watched Castaway, I'm perfectly ready to be abandoned on deserted island.
Not only is this, I love the music here, but also this is a great movie to have with subtitles on, because just seeing all the things that, wow, 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 wow.
That's the same. They stole some of those lyrics from Wild West. Wow, wow, wow.
Lucky Will Smith doesn't sue.
Man. I forgot this is where it goes. He's like singing to his own background music that's happening. Oh, this is incredible.
It was cool because they had the music written before the movie, so they could actually like react to it during the filming of it.
You really did watch the commentary. You're so prepared for this. This is excellent.
I also really love watching stuff that the Daniels make. After Everything Everywhere All at Once last year, I went on a real deep rabbit hole just watching a lot of their interviews and stuff.
Yeah, I remember you were very hot on that one. I mean, it's great. It's a great movie. There we go. Only have 47 buttons to click every now and then. It's great. Here we go. The Ski-Doo scene. Oh, I forgot he got off the island this early. I thought, okay. All right. I feel like this is the moment where you're in or out, in my opinion.
Yeah. This is what I was saying.
So like, okay, all right. The Daniels made Everything Everywhere All at Once. They make that. If they brought that project to me, I would be like, we got to make this. This is banana sandwich. And if you can pull off half as much as what you're purporting, then this would be great. If you came to me with this first, I would have told you to get out of my office. If you were a friend of mine, I would have said, that's weird. And you should never tell anyone you had this idea ever. I feel like though they might, when they were writing it, didn't know who was going to be in it. Maybe they did expect Daniel Radcliffe. Maybe they were like, he's the only one that can play the dead body is Harry Potter. I don't know how that went down.
It's got that magic. Like,
yeah, like they go to the studio and they're like, we're not making this if he can't ride on Harry fucking Potter. Like it's a no-go from the Daniels. I don't know how that happened, but if you told me the elevator pitch of this movie, I would have said you're crazy.
Well, they were just pitching the original scene here, which, like, when he's riding that jet ski, that's just pure joy. That's what I love about this movie in a nutshell.
It's just a couple of bros out on the water, man. Just a couple, the boys, you know.
Well, they were pitching the movie as just the initial concept of him riding the farting corpse, no actors at that point, and everyone was like, no, until someone called their bluff, and one of the producers was like, you should write that, and they're like, fuck, we have to write that now.
The upside, though, short page. Man rides other man cross water, reveals butt,
pulls
for
down
high
pants
speeds.
for extra propulsion.
Yeah. That's done, you know.
I love his joy at finding essentially Cheetos.
Sure. Oh. Hey. Don't tell everyone. You shouldn't tell.
Even he's like, maybe the cliffs are going to judge me.
Yeah, well, he's heard it out loud now, and we all know how that happened. I actually just recently heard, you'll find this humorous, because for everyone that don't know, I play D&D with Chad fairly regularly, and I make a lot of really dumb D&D names. I don't say them out loud, because that's weird, walking around your apartment just saying made-up names, but Matt Mercer says you should say it out loud before you bring it to the table, and he's right. He's 1,000% right. I've said some really gross things and been like, oh no, I didn't mean, oh no, I've said that with my mouth now.
Oh. Too late now.
Yeah. So yeah, walk around your house and say names. Mondays, am I right? Can't catch a break. Shit.
Is it too much to ask to get a farting jet ski and a fucking cell signal? Am I right, Trent?
I'm a simple man with simple needs. Why must I beg for them? Now, Mew is in this. I forgot completely she's in it. Big Mary Elizabeth Winstead fan. Huge. We were just talking about her the other day. She's in Ahsoka. She's playing
Roma, Hera.
Yep, live action Hera. Absolutely.
Perfect.
I love the projects that she chooses, because like Mew will just disappear for like a few years and no one really thinks about it. And then all of a sudden, like 3 movies will come out that she's in. You know, like 10 Cloverfield Lane was like in production hell for like post-production hell for forever. It just was like a surprise that it came out. And then
Birds of Prey.
And then it was close to Birds of Prey coming out. So you're like, oh shit, Mary's in like everything. But really, she takes these interesting projects that take a little while to come out. In Death Proof and a billion other things. But big fan of hers. What was the other one? Kate. That one came out not too long ago. That's pretty good. But when you look back, there's only one drag mark.
And that's when Hank was carrying me.
He always puts him on all fours and rides him like a 4-wheeler across this desert. Keep going. There's no way that's the shallowest end of this cliff, sir. Oh, that's not so bad.
Right?
Yeah. I probably would have gone a little further. Well, like it's a beach. Yeah. So like someone's eventually built something. There's not a beach anywhere in the world unless he found a bigger deserted island, which would be hilarious.
Or if it's just like on some natural reserve, like
even then,
like edge of a state park, you'd think.
Well, a state park is not that big. Like the one down in like Pensacola, you can walk the length of that in, I don't know, an hour maybe. Again,
having been lost on a beach at night, I understand.
Fair enough. Again, I've seen
I went out to have some cigarettes at night in Florida back when I was a smoker, and I just was walking, and like all the fucking houses look the same in the goddamn dark. So like 3 in the morning, I run out of cigarettes. I'm calling my grandparents. I'm like, can you walk outside with a flashlight? I don't know where the fuck I
And
am.
also, can you bring me more cigarettes? I like that you're like, I didn't go outside for a smoke. I went outside to have some cigarettes. uh, yeah, I've never woken up on a beach. Never got that opportunity. But I guess I probably could have. I don't want. There's like little crabs that come out on beaches down in Florida, little bitty ones. I don't think they'll hurt you, but I don't like the idea of them crawling in and around my body, laying on the. I don't like the thought of that. It ooks me out.
Right.
Did they say anything in the commentary about where this was shot?
They said a lot of state parks in California. There was one day that there's a fire broke out and they had to stop filming for a couple days. But yeah, a lot of this they just went into the state park, put down the garbage, and then removed the garbage after they were done shooting.
Now that I remember how to pronounce his name, Kaikus says, like when Frank Castle says, I'm going to go smoke some cigarettes, he's going to go blow up some cigarette boats. That's a hell of a pull. It's a hell of a pull. We may be the only 3 people that know what cigarette boats are. That's a good call. That's incredible. But that's awesome. These are state park. California crushes it with the state parks, man. They love that shit. A lot of people we know through work, they'll take trips out there just to walk around trees that are as old as dinosaurs. That's beautiful. We gotta walk. They don't carry a dead Daniel Radcliffe to ride around.
Yeah, God, it'd be different if you had your own dead friend to carry around who just did everything.
Imagine this. You've just done 47 Harry Potter movies. They're the biggest movies in the world. And you take a break and you're handed this. What do you, I don't know how I mean, I think he was excited because I think he's a weird guy. I think he
enjoyed it. And then he bounced it off his dad, who's a literary agent.
Oh.
To like, he apparently still runs stuff by his parents. Not like to be like, do I have permission? But like,
I would run stuff by, yeah, absolutely. Just getting their take on it.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad was on board. What a cool dad. If, I don't know, man, if they were like, so he's going to ride you across the water. Sure. You know, it can't be any worse than the fourth Harry Potter.
It's not his real butt. It's just a cast of his butt.
Well, now I'm disappointed because my favorite card in Cards Against Humanity is Daniel Radcliffe's delicious asshole. That one and bees? I think one of the things...
Sorry, the lyrics. I thought I was rescued, but you're just a dead dude, and I'm gonna die.
Well, he came to rescue his soul.
Hilariously dark.
I think one of the best things that the Daniels does, because I do remember kind of the end. I don't remember the specifics, but I do. There's a big thing. It's going to be a big twist. I think that the way they handle this, it's so weird that we're 17 minutes in. We haven't questioned once who are these people, and to not even think about it, I think that shows really good storytelling, really good shooting. Like it's compelling because I remember the first time I watched it.
Compelling.
Like I didn't know what to think. I was like, what happened here? I forgot.
That's one of the few doll scenes because apparently raccoons are very vicious.
Yeah, they can unlock locks. You can teach them to pick locks. They can be little thieves. We messed up when we domesticated cats, man. Raccoons was the choice. We messed up. And cats know it, and they exploit that.
They flaunt it.
Yeah, they're like, I don't have any thumbs. I can't do anything for myself. Clean this. Ha! I found out
someone to help you.
Yeah. He was there all along. Daniel Jesus. I found out recently there's like a series of caves near where I grew up, and apparently everybody in like my parents' generation went and partied at them. And I found out and was just like, why didn't you tell me? I could have gone. I might have wanted to go party at caves when I was a teenager. I had to go party at the Taco Bell parking lot. And they kept kicking me out of Taco Bell.
I just had a hilarious realization, the magic of the casting here, because they're the Daniels, and he's Daniel Radcliffe, and he's Paul
Jesus
Dano.
Christ. Really? No one said that until now. No one has pointed to that. This is wow.
I just put that
Screw the Sasquatch. It's the Quad 4 Daniel movie. That's not a doll either. He can just do that. Expelliarmus Waterimus. They're playing all the Harry Potters like right now at Marcus Theater for like, I want to say it's like $5 a piece, and then it's like $7 or $9 for the last two or something to get. Like you pay the one price, you get to watch both of them.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but they need to do that in December, man. Like Christmas without Harry Potter or Adele doesn't feel right.
It's so hilariously gross.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like
This
drinking
is
the water.
yeah. Because like, where'd it come from? It's not potable. It's either ocean or saliva. So you can buy a jar of bird saliva
Well, I mean, it just like drank. It's from the ceiling. It's fine. It just dripped down into him.
from a stalactite.
Yep.
I thought you stalagmite. Hey, you know what? I'm giving him a bunch of crap. I'd take this role too. You just gotta lay there. Be weird. Have you seen Guns Akimbo?
I have.
Man.
Yeah, that was one of those we've rented. I think Aaron bought during the pandemic.
Oh, nice. That's one where
I haven't watched it since. I need to though.
You show like one frame of it, and it's like, okay, I got to see what's going on. This
Right.
one you could fool people because there's beautiful scenery and oceans, but if you get the select ones, you're like, okay, like him. You know, obviously a lot of the stuff we've already seen, but
For this.
if I remember correctly, Kaikus is this is the first time he's seen this as well. I think he said it's on his list. He's been meaning to. It's the perfect way to watch something your first time. The jackass talking the whole time. You're welcome. Okay, all right. I said I didn't care about languages, but I think we've all used that word enough. When I say I think I'm speaking for everyone.
Hey, he already apologized, Trent.
That's true. It's true.
What am I, my dad?
What was it we had to do? Okay, so the first talkover we did in Days of Thunder, and there's a scene because you know there's that theory that well, he might be dead now. You just killed Harry Potter. You're like Voldemort. It's talking about inappropriate scenes because you know, Days of Thunder is the unofficial sequel to Top Gun, and there's, you know, in Top Gun there's the scene with you've lost that loving feeling, and I watched some people watching it as well, watch party, and they were like, this is not okay, don't ever do this, guys. And then there's a scene in that one as well where it's like, that's not okay, guys, it's not all right. So once again, we need some kind of a warning, like I don't want to do a boring disclaimer. It needs to be something where like we brand you with something, not like an actual brand, but like we like name, you know. I'll work on it. That'll be my improvement for the next time.
Kind of like Dangerous Banger.
Dangerous Banger. Yeah, what's that?
Remember, it's the old movie that you thought was awesome, but you don't know how well it's aged.
Yeah, Dangerous Banger. Yeah, you should yeah, you should watch this black and white movie. Is it okay now?
It's a dangerous banger.
Don't you hate it when your kid starts repeating back the things you don't want it to?
Right. That was my shame singing. You weren't supposed to hear that.
That's my girlfriend. Don't worry about it.
Sports Limited.
Here, I'm going to sit you back up in the kitchen. What? We live in that bag? Did you eat the berries? That's the one thing I worry about in survival situations is berries. There's too many people that are way too cavalier with berries. Look, man, if you see a berry and don't know what it is, imagine yourself shitting yourself to death before you eat it. And if you're okay with those consequences, eat the mystery berry.
Yeah, don't do that. You can't. People are dumb about that stuff.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I got so if anybody thinks that there isn't microphones listening to us all the time, I mean, I know I have one. I definitely have some right now, but I got an ad sent to me in my Google, not ad, but article. Men's Health. Why is Daniel Radcliffe still so jacked? And it was talking about how he's like Wolverine jacked still. Why in the world would anyone think I'm reading Men's Health about Daniel Radcliffe other than I'm talking over the Swiss Army Man tonight?
Right.
So if you don't think that they are, all right. I don't mind. I read the article. There's still nothing confirmed about Wolverine yet. I'm down for little Wolverine, either him or Sam Levine, the comedian. They were trying to get a campaign going for little Wolverine for him. But I would totally go see a Wolverine with Daniel Radcliffe in a second.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Heck yeah.
I love that line of if you don't know Jurassic Park, you don't know shit.
It's true.
Like, I mean, and it was one of those formative movies. Like, that scared the crap out of me seeing it at 6 years old. Like,
you were 6 when you saw it? Wow.
It was 93.
Wow. I was already married. I'm just kidding. I got to see that in a drive-in for the first time. Piedmont Drive-In in Alabama. Nice. I got to see that, Twister. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. Oh, his eyes are so dreamy.
He's like, reteach you to be human. Yeah.
Also, I've not been on Sasquatch Watch this whole time. Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Yep. Swiss Watch.
He remade the
everything with poo
instead of a Bible.
Yep. Yep. Well, probably not him. There's not a lot left in the tank, you know?
Right.
This is what happens when you're like, let's do all the drugs and write a movie.
Right.
And just write down everything we say.
How many good bits can we come up with?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. This is better than that. I shouldn't. I'm not trying to throw shade on it. I do think it's incredible.
Well, they did actually try to do that to a degree. They said, like,
oh, really?
They were like, we were cutting it down because we wanted to keep it to only bits that like serve the emotional core of the story and not just like do it for a fun bit.
God, I really do like them. I like all 4 of the Daniels. They're my favorite Daniels. I'm very sorry to. I know a couple of Daniels. Sorry to my uncle. Sorry, Danny. Nah, I like him. I like him better than I know him. Your dad's a Dan? Okay, so those are my top 2 Dans, and then the 4 Dans here. We've ranked the Dans. I'm sure I'm forgetting a Daniel.
Rank those Dans.
The third one would be the song by Elton John. Definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lot of. Hey, he did really good at getting all the trash out of the woods, man. Be proud of yourself.
Right.
Bird feeder and everything. Again, I'm seeing an upgrade. You just got to figure out how to fell one of them trees, bad boy. You got fire. Yeah,
We were just talking about this.
Yeah. How did it take? How's it feel bad? Does it feel bad? You gonna eat any more of them?
It was good timing that we talked about that. I forgot that was coming.
I forgot it as well. Stop looking at my girlfriend that way. So if you wear a wristwatch, if you point the hour hand at the sun halfway between the hour hand and noon is south. I think. Google that before you all go into the woods and use that, by the way. But it's something like that. I think I'm right.
The moss grows on a direction of the tree. Google which side before you go out, but it's definitely consistent.
Here's my survival advice. Google how to survive, write things down. You should write this down that I told you that so you don't forget. And then
not paper, that shit gets broken real easy.
And if you bring the paper with you, you can use that to wipe your ass and then light a fire with it. Every part of the buffalo.
Right.
How long in the woods before you eat a grub? I'm thinking me 3 days.
It'd be longer than that for me.
Really?
I try to hunt something.
Oh, really?
I've read The Hatchet so many times, Trent. But I did hunt as a kid, so like I would attempt to do that before I just have a thing about bugs too.
Well, you should always check them. Your boobs. Guys, girls. Yeah, just be cognizant of yourself. Oh, there's probably a living thing in there. You know, like a crab that's controlling them, or like a weird fish, a jellyfish. It's my nightmare. It's Octodad.
I love the definition of Netflix.
Hmm? Oh no. Well, this is not the first zoom in on a penile section of a gentleman on the TalkOver. It appears we have a bit of a pattern here. Very sorry, viewers.
To be fair, it's a tool.
Yeah. I forgot about this scene altogether. Also,
well, not quite like that.
Well, not all the time. Something would break. You know?
Take away the gasoline.
Well, yeah. when I said be cognizant of your body, safely though. Have limits, everyone. Also, stop staring at my girlfriend. Oh, so like, you think they could use that as a way to find their way back home?
Mm-hmm. Compass.
Use it for a sundial. Oh God! It like folded in a knuckle. Wow. This is also way longer than I thought it would be. But sure. I mean, lots of guys use that as to find their direction. They think they like that.
Decision maker.
Talking, I've heard they can do that. Can happen. You know what? And some of them do. Okay, not talking about what just happened, but I do like those holes in the ground where like a tree fell. My grandparents had one at their house, and then my folks lived near Talladega National Forest, and so there were tons of those. Like that was your fort. That was your like the trenches if you're in a war. That was your survival camp. It was everything you needed if you found one of those holes.
For sure.
That's where you take your your sports magazine and stare at it.
The woodshed.
Yeah. And I got to tell you about this. I got a buddy I grew up with. that he was getting ready to go camping with some other friends, and his granddad was there. They're loading the truck. They're putting all the firewood and supplies and stuff. And his granddad comes around and he says, "I know what you boys are gonna do. You're gonna go sit around the fire and cuss." he said. He said, "Me and my friends used to go all the time, just cuss, cuss, cuss." They thought he was going to say Drake because they were like, yeah, no.
Right.
Okay, bye." Sit around the fire and cuss.
Right.
Yeah.
Who? Say all the swear words.
Mm-hmm. I was just recently talking to somebody about when me and like neighbor kids discovered if we weren't around parents, we could just say swear words. And we said them a lot. Like it was a hobby. It was like it made us money.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Did you have a
I
cussy period when you were a kid?
I remember actually a time as a young adult, and not even a young adult, probably the not too distant past, where I had an exchange with a parent where he said, "Chad, you shouldn't say fuck so much." And my response is, "Well, maybe you shouldn't ask people about," and it just, he
Maybe
was
you should
being
shut
also
up.
very open. Yeah, he should just shut the fuck up, is where it went, basically. Like, maybe you shouldn't ask that girl at dinner last night about why she's wearing those bands around her wrist, ask if she killed herself or not. Like, come on.
Oh,
Like, be cool.
gross. Yeah, no,
Right?
that's
It was one of
a
those, just like,
yeah. Don't talk about my swear words when you're saying gross things, bro.
right?
I love my swear words. They're my favorite. So yeah, I think it's this stuff here that's making this a Citizen Kane because it's the reflections on your life. A big part of it is learning who a character is through showing like past instances instead of showing a flashback. He's talking through it. We're putting those pieces together.
When he's talking about like the pain of like not being able to masturbate and like all
Mhm.
this, why it's all shameful to him and
Sure.
his mom.
Yeah, a lot of the times, man. Mother, no. That's not. I shouldn't make. Well, oh no, oh no. We've missed the point. Oh no. Gotta throw him back in the ocean now. Listen, if you don't have friends and you have a hard time meeting other people, everybody out there, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk. You can listen to me talk for a little while. You don't have to bear all this to a dead body.
Right.
10 out of 10. Wow, just two of you, and you tell the other one to shut up. That's like
Right.
that's like a cruel life joke right there. Jesus, man.
Talk about beating a dead horse, right?
Yeah. Beating a dead Dan. I can't believe it's made by two people named Dan and it's starring two people named Dan. And no one said that out loud. And I don't know that they caught it. That's how brilliant that is. They probably did.
Watch out, the owls are not what they seem. It's a Twin Peaks joke.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't remember anything about owls. Yeah, you'll have to bring the Twin Peaks love. I don't bring that enough for, I feel like the people that would watch this don't. There you go.
Yeah, don't step in them brownies.
But if you flip it over, you and your new bud can trip balls. Oh, yeah. That animal must have had the same nickname I had in high school. Shit again. I didn't have that nickname. That'd have been an amazing nickname. Oh, I don't like that. No, but we have a predator now. You're gonna have to slather yourself in the poo so that it can't see you, because that's how predator works. That's a bear, man. Maybe a boar, but I feel like size, that's a bear. I've seen far more bear poop than I care to have. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bear. Time to go. Oh no!
I love the split second where he realizes that he's attached to him when he throws him. It's just like,
That place is beautiful down there. You got a can of paint, you can fix it up.
right?
Yeah. Starter home, man. Although if I was a bear, that's what I would do is I would scare weak things down there and then go down there later and nibble.
It's a kill zone.
Yeah. It's a kill box, 100%.
It's like reverse 300.
Yeah. That phone is holding strong at that little percentage.
Definitely not an iPhone.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually my girlfriend, pal. You don't give me directions when you're looking at my actual girlfriend. That's an interesting line to knowing where this is going without getting too specific. Someone saying back to you, I have so many questions about the things that you're saying. Like there's definitely like there's a lot more clues here than I anticipate. Also, I forgot to be watching for Sasquatch. I keep forgetting. God, we probably missed Sasquatch already. I was running my damn mouth. Shit.
I'm trying very hard not to sing the Tenacious D Sasquatch song and get us pinged by Twitch here.
Because you sing it exactly like we wouldn't be able to tell.
I wouldn't
Jables
be
and
able to
Rage
stop
Cage.
at just 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Get...
The whole thing, for sure.
Yeah.
Who brought a couch out here? How? He can't carry a Daniel Radcliffe. That's a whole couch.
Right.
What happened? Oh, don't. Just don't. God.
Yeah, that's probably the face you would make, because just like,
Yeah,
oh,
don't.
this is gross butter surrounding hard kernels.
You might as well just eat the stick that's next to you. It's essentially that, asshat. Nobody's watched Castaway. You gotta hurt your hand making a fire. Man, how would you do?
Well,
how would you do?
He's got something better than Castaway, though. He's got Manny.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Manny is definitely better than Wilson.
Yeah, for sure. Wilson was so mean.
He's throwing that shade. I gotta watch Castaway after this. I love that movie. Oh. Did they say anything in the commentary about Victorinox having an issue with Swiss Army? Or the Switzerland Army?
No.
Wow, cool. Okay. I wonder how. I'm gonna look that up later. I'm gonna find out. Now I'm curious about the knife company and well,
I'm gonna keep that one in my back pocket for later. Hurry before you starve and die.
Well, here we go. You're supposed to applaud when they do the reveal at the dressing room. Aw. Aw. Gotta glow up your bro, man. Bro up the glow up. You gotta do the slow clap. I know you're dead, but pull it together. All right, now it's gonna. Well. That you're Pretty. Oh no, he's gonna have to kill his dead friend. You know, there's 1 degree separation in this and a really compelling Edgar Allan Poe story.
He's such a sweet dead boy.
Yeah, man, he's his bro. Pretty good. Have you seen the video of him doing the ABC's rap song?
No, I don't think so.
I'll send it to you later. It's amazing. Oh, when did the hair happen? I don't remember that. That's awful. What the hell? I find it hard to believe that he can construct all these things and not a fire. Like that, like a chair is way harder to make than a fire. Yeah, I'm a good girl. I'm a God fearing girl.
I love how he escalates there.
Yeah, he made a whole gazebo.
A bus.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, it is. Wow. Cool. Hell, there's another like actual. There's a lot of furniture at the bottom of the woods. Is that why all the California people like to go out there? Just go out there and sit around? He's very Bangerang Peter right now, you know? Very Rufio. I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm. I love him just like explaining the idiosyncrasies of life. Like, no, stupid. People think you're dumb if you talk.
Yeah.
Shut up. Like,
absolutely. I think that all the time. Like,
so you
like the stuff
hear
that
the song they're using here. It's Cotton Eye Joe. He's singing. Which another thing they hate. It almost was With Arms Wide Open by Creed instead of Cotton Eye Joe.
I'll have to say how. Man, there was like a full 5 minutes that I really liked Creed.
Everyone had that phase.
Yeah.
Especially after the Scream 3 soundtrack.
Oh no, it was way before that. I got off the boat.
Just kidding,
oh wow.
man.
I was gonna say that was not that long ago. Surprisingly. So I'm trying to think. They had a bit that was now that's a good idea for a shoe.
I love this scene.
This the Jurassic. This is great. 10 out of 10.
Daniel Radcliffe said that if he's only remembered for one scene of acting,
this one right here.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. The hair. Okay, I was wondering where that was going to go. Why that part? He put something in the driver's seat to look like a Bonnie. It's just a stick for a pencil. He has a pencil eraser, but no pencil. That's like
his earbud.
That's like the metaphor for this whole thing.
Right. Listen to his tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, turned back on him.
That's the scary part when your psyche turns and starts asking you the questions. You're like, oh, wait, this is about me now? Every morning when I'm brushing my teeth. For those of you that think that I'm just all the time horny at my own voice, most mornings start out with, nobody cares, Trent. Nobody wants to hear it. You're going to say it anyways because they can't stop you. But nobody cares. Finish brushing your teeth and get to work. I mean, he's got cool guy shades. Oh, yes. I do remember this.
That's how I walk on the bus.
It makes me think of Beer Fest when he's all drunk and he
Right.
goes in the bathroom. It's like, hey, slap and tickle. You know what? That
It's pretty
might,
smooth.
you know what? I don't hate that line. I mean, lines are cheesy and bad anyways, you know?
It might work in Madtown.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. A lot of places
Especially
I frequent.
around Freak Fest.
I could absolutely pull that line off at like a Rocky Horror Picture Show or something. Hundo P. I don't want to. Oh no. Moving kind of fast. Leave room for Jesus. It's incredible how good this part looks and how, like, I keep having moments of like, what are we watching? And then moments of like, wow, this is really very well shot. This is a really sweet moment. And you pull,
Right.
it keeps pulling me in and out. Me too.
I'm so happy, Trent.
Kind of how I was hoping my first time with
See what he
shrooms would
just
go.
invented there?
What was it I missed? Oh, I forgot. Let's go. That's way cool. All right. I concede. See, it's like music that's both diegetic and not. That's incredible.
Right.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
great.
Have you ever seen Rain of Fire?
No, but I'm a fan of this like trope in movies where
Yep.
they like do the shadow puppets to tell pop culture.
In Rain of Fire, it's the apocalypse because of dragons. And I want to say it's not Gerard Butler. Is it Gerard Butler? Who's the guy in Law Abiding Citizen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him.
Whoa, forgot that one too. Dude,
you figured out how to use the Heimlich to shoot shit.
You could kill the bear. It would be like the movie The Edge. Anyway, I'm getting too far away from this. Yeah, Gerard Butler. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to look for a Sasquatch. I'll think about it later. I'll bring it up again. We're missing important thing. Yeah, here we go.
Jesus.
Not the Kaikus, thank you. It's Matt McConaughey, Christian Bale. But there's another guy though. I think Gerard Butler. But thank you for reminding me of the other two. They tell the story of Star Wars, is where I was going with that. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, the Dark Knight says, but no. And then it's Woody Harrelson. No, you're kidding. Woody Harrelson's not in Rain of Fire. Stop it. Is he? No. No.
Yeah, I can picture it.
Well, dang it. Now I got to watch Rain of Fire and okay, it's Butler. God, if it was Woody Harrelson, that would be amazing. Kaigas, how you liking you liking the movie? Like, are you having fun with it? It's your first time, man. God, just
He turns it into a shower now. I love this.
oh God. He says this is absurd. I agree. Dude, you find a pallet? What more do you need? Oh, we've had no food in so many days. I'm gonna get drunk like Firefest.
Right? Having a big ass party with all your friends.
Dude. Aw.
It's hard to come off sometimes. I didn't recognize this the first time, but this is actually like their version of a Halloween party.
Wait, so did they say what they're dressed as? Or is it
Well,
just kind of generic?
He like a cat, kind of.
Well, I didn't know if they had like
recall.
specific ones, like, oh yeah, that's their Batman costume they made, or Catwoman, or some crazy shit.
I can't see Manny's to really remember what it was.
He could just be a furry too, you know? We had all 3 shots of that vodka. I'm crazy now.
Right?
Let's go burn the woods down. By the way, that's my plan. If I get lost in the woods, is to set the woods on fire. They'll find me. That's the plan. Sorry, environment. I'm saving a life. Man, I bet we missed that Sasquatch. That's what I'm thinking.
Probably.
We're almost an hour in.
Yeah, I feel like we're past it at this point, but like I don't have any.
God, I'm gonna be online looking up Sasquatch stuff tonight. God.
Bro, you can't tell stuff about your friend to other chicks.
Yeah, true. Bro code.
Even when your bro is pretending to be the girl.
Man, well, that was part of, well, not bro code. What was it? We've talked about this before. There's a saying that I think has utility, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And so I think it needs to be altered to fit appropriately, because I think the only point of this is not to shame anyone, which is an appropriate part of this movie, but it's to provide an understanding of if you buy the ticket, you're going to take the ride. And the saying used to be, when you're in the club, if you have to ask, it's a guy. But I think that now that we have a lot more understanding about different fluidities and stuff nowadays, I think we should just intimate that if you have to ask, they have the parts that you have. I think that's a better way of saying it. And that might be a good thing, you know?
It might be.
But I think it's just understanding where you're going with it.
I love here. He's basically equating an orgasm to happiness, why he should masturbate here. And it's just like the purest thing while being the most ridiculous thing. And I think that's just kind of like
It's sweet.
what I love about the movie right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just...
You gotta go rub one out. You're not like you gotta, dude. Like it's because what's interesting is at this point, he's not necessarily falling in love with Daniel. He's being this Laura, and so which is kind of himself projecting upon Daniel.
He's getting a unique outside perspective on himself that's allowing him to kind of work on himself to a degree, to be like, yes, I am this person.
If you yourself suffer from shame, I'm just gonna let you know right now, I have a lot of rules in life and they're always correct. And one of those is don't be a fool, use your tool. It's actually a different saying, but I'm just saying, don't feel shame and stuff like that. If you feel shame, there is a tribe for you somewhere. I promise.
Oh, for sure.
You just go to a deserted island and find your new bro.
He'll wash ashore.
Oh man, we've really wrecked our house. Oh no, we partied way too hard last night. We drank all the vodka. All of it? Yeah. Oh man. This place
we better just leave here forever.
Geigen says this is it's like no exit. I don't know no exit right offhand. See? You were talking about it's hard to find movies I haven't seen. Oh, Boise. That's bullshit. That's the part I don't believe. I believe everything but that. Okay.
What?
That his phone still has power.
Yeah. Ah,
Oh. Jean-Paul Sartre. Interesting. I'll look it up.
this pipe's completely
Didn't
fake. It's
notice
one
he
of the
had
few
Croc.
CGI things.
Didn't notice he was wearing a Croc till now. I don't like that
He had
they snuck a Croc in on me.
he had to find a replacement shoe because they fell when he was checking his shoe for the shit.
Yeah. Hate Crocs. Um. Interesting. Yo, this chat bar expands. He's Kaik is talking about no exit. Jean Paul said Sartre. It's where hell is other people comes from because they reflect you back at yourself. I like it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, he does have rope. So
Everyone's had a moment like they're having where you're just like, things are awkward. We don't want to talk. We're all ashamed of each other. And he's just like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Which is how you should be.
absolutely. Oh no! Oh no, Wilson! Nope. 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 No. Nope. No. Nope. Nope. It's true. I'll be missing you when that. Oh, they're okay. Water. Video game logic. They're fine. It's a little bit premature, but I'm really excited for whatever the writer director Daniels are up to next.
Yeah, they got that deal with Universal, kind of like Jordan Peele did, getting that
No
like
way.
couple picture deal. Yeah, they're set.
Oh man. Okay.
So it's gonna be real exciting to see what kind of like weird shit they can cook up with
I
the
just
studio backing like that.
Yeah, I can't see a
They
creative
don't need
that's
it.
done this, that's done what they've done so far, having a slump. Like they might have something that's not your particular flavor, but I think they're gonna be. Oh, it's like the transporter when he gets the air out of the dying man to light French techno music. I believe.
Well, it's
Ah,
not like Manny's using it.
oh, good point. He just gets a mouthful of seawater. Oh.
Right? Oops, I got his arm in the wrong position. I changed him from suck to
You
blow.
know, technically, that is more accurate to how a skidoo works, is blowing the water out. There might be a faster way to ride Daniel Radcliffe. You got to go. You got to. There's a different configuration of those numbers. We have gone past the hour mark because I'm just having a good time. So I tell you what, I'm going to give it here in like I'm going to count down from 3 and we'll pause it. All right. So hang on. But
this will make for a great pause.
absolutely. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Oh, man. Perfectly timed. All right. Just leave that up on your TV, everybody. Well, listen, we're going to go take a little break. We're going to do the 5 Ps. Let me put up the timer that I made for this. I'm so excited because this one counts the other way. There we go. All right. So, yeah, we'll be back here in 5 minutes. Go take care of all the things you get. Go get some extra snacks. Make sure this frame is up on your TV in front of everybody else in the room. This is epic. And yeah, we'll be right back. So we're going to go ahead and come back in here. I don't know if it's been actually 5 minutes. We'll wait. We'll talk for a moment just in case anybody gets back sooner. Because what you can't see, Chad, is there's a timer right here and it didn't go when I hit start. It's still there.
That one?
Yeah, that one. And
Okay.
it's, there you go. That's it.
There we go.
I hit start and I'd already like covered up the camera. I wish I was recording my face because I'd love to know what I look like when I encounter a problem I don't know how to fix. Because I was just like, what do I do? It's not going to go. So I guess I just put
I walked away too quick to grab Cheez-Its to catch that.
Well, I know what I'm not going to be looking up Sasquatch tonight when we get done. I'm going to be I spent like an embarrassing amount of time trying to get this timer to count down. I feel like what's his face in Breakfast Club when he's like, I made the lamp and the it wouldn't turn on. I'm not gonna like do what he did, but it's definitely a 2 yerba mate day, that's for certain. So I'm gonna leave that up for a couple of minutes just to stare at my own shame at this timer not counting down. I don't even know where to begin troubleshooting it either.
Yeah, I got nothing for you on that one.
And I'm
troubleshot out for the week.
Yeah. When it gets to the end of the week, let's go ahead and we'll just close that one. That's gone now. There we go. So, okay. At this point, a little over an hour. I just looked up at the frame we stopped it on. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. We'll find out later. But, all right. So how you feeling as far as this movie goes? Like right now in the movie, if you were just watching this, on your couch, casually, not talking about it, where are you at in this movie? What's your feelings on it?
Honestly, like this is one of the we kind of pause in the middle of like one of the second emotional cruxes. I feel like there's that scene on the bus is one of those that just like hits so hard, and then like here when they're starting to like fight, we're getting that like second act like conflict to bring us into like third act resolution. Like it's exciting, and like I remember the first couple times I watched it, this is like one of those moments where like I'm on the edge of the seat, just like, all right, feed me more weirdness, Daniels. Feed me the weird. Like
I do remember the first time I watched it. Probably by this point, I feel like I just contorted into a frozen image of myself of just for the whole movie. Not in a bad way. I'm just taking it in. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I'm just like, I don't know that I ever fully like. It's like a runaway train that I just never sat down in the seat for, because I was like, I could have stood and watched this movie and not noticed I was standing. Like that's how captivating and odd it is. But it's not. It doesn't turn you. I keep looking up at this frame. This is ridiculous. We should get started. I don't want to look at this anymore.
I think mine is a step ahead of yours because like they're actually out of the water together in a wide shot.
Oh, okay.
So like,
let me course correct a little bit and make sure I'm not.
Well, actually, I'm on the exact same time stamp as our feed here, so we're good.
Okay. Should be okay. I'll just start from where it is. It should be fine. We're only a couple of frames off, but if you're ready, if everybody else is back and ready, we are going to do a 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll do that now. We're gonna say, where's the actual timer that does work? Oh no! Stressful. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go. We'll give it a 3, 2, 1, go. You ready?
Cool.
3, 2, 1, go.
That and the fucking music here. We didn't cover like how are you feeling though here at this point? This is
I'm glad that you picked this one. I'm thinking about how I wish I would have watched this some more, because it looks great, it sounds great, and it's still chuckle worthy. And I don't think that I've had enough of an opportunity. I don't think I've had enough opportunity. God, they just nailed it. God, when somebody nails something comedically, I'm so jealous of them. I hope they're proud of themselves. I really do, because they should be. I don't know. I've spent a lot of time trying to make things, trying to create things, and I love seeing a creator, number one, getting to do what they want to do. I gotta imagine, that's not like, I don't know. I gotta imagine that they didn't get a lot of the studio stuff, because it is basically a an indie film. I got to imagine
It's a
that they.
guerrilla project in some ways because like they just learn how to do, like they're talking about it in one of the interviews, like all of this stuff, these effects they've used in these movies are like it's shit they figured out in the 70s and 80s. It's just easier to do now because it's easier to just take out a cord or a wire. They're like, I don't know why more people don't do it. Like it looks good.
It's a good point. It looked good back then. Yeah, a lot of old special effects still holds up. Look at Star Wars. They did it in a cave with a box of scraps.
Old Warhammer.
Yeah, man. No, at this point in the film, it's definitely, I like your analogy of like, buying into it. I like your take on, are you down for this? And I think that this is one where you have to kind of give yourself up a little bit too. You got to be okay with some weird stuff. And I think at this point, like if you're not in and you're not turning it off, I think you're in and you don't know it. Yeah, it's a special movie, and I'm glad I've had some really special movies for the first three talkovers, and this one definitely includes. This is wonderful. I do wish this. Okay, all right, guys. I do wish that this was the first time I saw this completely. Wow. Dude, now he's bum 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 bum. So I have I have a theory I'm putting together.
Oh, is that why you don't fart in front of me, Trent?
Yeah. I've never have I ever been in a relationship where both of us were okay with farting around each other, and maybe that's my problem in relationships because I know a lot of people that attribute to farting around your partner. I don't know. I just feel weird because I want girls to like me, and so I just
This might be a little in it for some people out there. Aaron and I, we just rip ass freely.
Aw, see, that's sweet. It sounds great. I just can't. I don't know, man.
Sometimes she'll call me out for doing it in my sleep. She's like, "You really Dutch oven the bedroom the other night while you were sleeping." I'm like, "I couldn't help it. Couldn't be helped."
That's hilarious. Sleep farts are the funniest thing to me. I think they're hysterical when they happen because like only one person usually knows. It's either their little secret or not.
Fun fact: that's a water bottle with a hole stabbed in the end.
I mean, I haven't seen his penis, but I wouldn't, describe it as okay. You say so.
That's funny as shit though. That he's just trying to take a piss. He's like, "Fuck, is that a car?"
Oh man, he's so everything is shame. He can't even take a leak. But back to the Castaway thing. Tom Hanks pees in almost all of his movies. Like more than not. I just watched Big the other day again for some reason.
It's a classic.
It is a classic, man.
It's actually probably the Tom Hanks movie I've seen the most, weirdly.
Okay. Okay, so I was saying a moment ago that I think that I have this idea of that in my head I'm calling the Bellflower effect. And for those of you that haven't seen the movie Bellflower, the first time that I watched it, I watched like an hour of it and I had to go somewhere for like the weekend. It's just I'd gotten it and it was this weird movie that I'd heard about and I'd seen a trailer for it and I love finding really weird movies. And it was a great movie. I was so in. And I left for the weekend and I was telling my friends and stuff. I was just like, man, I started this movie. When I get back, I'm going to finish it. I'll let you know about it. And there's a turn in Bellflower that happens sharp. And it happened right after I started it back. Like that movie just jumps off a cliff. It takes you for I love Bellflower, but it is two movies and you would never think it if you didn't break it up. And so a lot of things I like taking a break, step away for a minute, clear your head and come back to it because you got that turn going into the end of that act and going into the third one. Customarily about an hour, especially if you're watching old weird movies like me, they probably hit it a hot 90 minutes. But yeah,
I like this one.
I think the Bellflower something. I'll come up with a name for it. I name everything. Kaika says Sarah was just telling me that she's upset that she can't fart on command. I think everyone is. If you could do it on command, it's way funnier.
You'd be so cool.
Yeah. There's people that made whole careers off of that.
There's the raccoon.
I'm telling you, we've talked about this. I think if I'm not in the bear's den and it doesn't feel threatened, I think that I can pet a bear. I think I can pet a bear. I think I'm a calm enough soul. Okay, well, that happened. Oh no.
Yeah, he saw the picture of Sarah with another dude.
Yeah. And now he's got performance anxiety. Oh, that's not. Why would you do that? Kaikus added to the Sarah fart on command comment, like a man. We can't all do it on command. Although I'm not much of a man, so there we go. What does it mean to be a man, really? I thought I knew. I don't think I'll ever know. I'm trying so hard. I think because I don't own a chainsaw. I should buy a chainsaw. But you know what? He picked his bro up to get him out of there. Oh, see the bear standing. You could dance with the bear. They just want berries.
Oh.
This is how I get out of most situations in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Also, it's so close to a town. Kaika says, yeah, she has like 3 chainsaws. I don't know what her problem is. Hey, damn it, fart. Come on, do it. We're all watching. We're all standing around. There's nothing worse than seeing somebody that thinks they have a fart ready and then they try to do it for comedic purposes and they just about blow themselves to pieces trying. God, it's so awkward to watch. I hate it.
I wish there was like the equivalent of that. Like, you know, when you gotta sneeze, you can look up into a light and sneeze. Like, it's the equivalent of that for farts.
Hold on. For a time, people were practicing sun tanning their beeholes. You do like a yoga pose and then you spread and you expose yourself to the sunlight. And there was people that were swearing by it.
I remember
so that. I don't know if they were fart or not, but I know yoga can produce some farts. Because you're scrunching. I do have
Trent.
Huh?
Pull my finger.
We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Pull my finger, dude. Gotta jet off to the moon.
Right.
Dude, they had a car?
Yeah, it wasn't powered up. It was a golf cart that
but
they
still
just rolling around.
God, we missed Sasquatch. I know we did. God. Uh-oh. It was inside of him the whole time.
Yeah, that's why I bring it up, Trent. Like, if you're hiding your farts from me, what else have you been hiding?
Dog logic. I need to smell where you've been. It's instinctive, like hunting animals, You know what? I don't feel bad for pausing where we did. That's not even though. That's fine. Well, anyway, we get out of the end, so there we go. See, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what other powers has he got? Like, they never even took his shoes off. You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff waiting.
Yeah, they had a quick montage. Maybe Paul's just not thought of enough things.
Ugh.
Oh, now he really has the human experience.
Yeah. He's taking the whole journey. I think a lot about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when Leonardo DiCaprio is in his trailer. Oh no. Oh, and he's there with the bear. No, oh no. This is my nightmare. I don't want to become poop for something. No, okay, so I was talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's you know, he's in his trailer because he kept messing up the lines, and he's just like destroying his trailer. And
Mhm.
he's like, "Why'd you have to have 6 whiskey sours? You couldn't stop at 3 or 4. No." And he's like, "If you don't stop drinking, I'm gonna put a bullet in your head." To his own self.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? I'm not trying to make light of this. I've been there, and I feel like a lot of people have been there at a time or two. It's like, get yourself together, man.
It's kind of funny
It's
though that
true.
he takes the positive, like where he's like, I always feel like you get to that point too, but there's always something positive that stopped him.
That's sort of how glue works.
I mean, yeah.
So physicists don't understand how glue works on a molecular level. Like they understand how glue works. Like there's mechanical bonding, but then there's also the adhesion. As if from what I read, if I'm understand it, I understand 1% of it if I do, but it's the electrons around the nucleus of the atoms. So like there's like gaps and holes, and they're attracted equally to the other gaps and other electrons, and that's how they. But they can't figure out what sparks that, what causes that. They know the results and they can test it, but understanding how to get them to fit in those slots and the other electrons to make actual adhesion is kind of like all of our shit mixing.
That's great.
Yeah. God, he is a real. Why are they not remaking Weekend at Bernie's with him? That's the only reason that guy got work was Weekend at Bernie's, because he could
That would
do that
be.
weird shit with his body.
I'd pay to see that remake.
Guy made a whole career off of it. It kept Andrew McCarthy in paychecks for a little while longer. Oh my God. Let's hashtag Weekend at Bernie's with all 4 Daniels. Oh no, that would mean Daniel's dead though. Oh no. That's fine.
I mean, he's so good at it here.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and shit, in the second one, they just had to play Calypso
Ooh.
music to like bring him back to life.
Is he going to harness the fire in his bowels? He is. This movie rules. That's so badass. Yeah, that bear in a one. Like, fuck this. I'll go eat those shit berries. I'm not messing with you 2 assholes.
You see that? He crawled himself on top of a fire and set himself on fire. No bear wants that.
No, I wouldn't. That he was coming there for food. I don't want to eat that food. Like if a pig started doing that, or like a chicken, I'm good. I don't want to. I don't want the talkover to become the Chris Farley show. I don't want like every beautiful shot. I'm just like, oh, this movie looks so good. I definitely am going to do it a lot. I just really don't want that to be the only thing. But I think this movie looks really good.
Hey, someone's got to appreciate it. Not all of us have that eye for cinema like that.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's a cool car. There she is. There's Mew. I actually think I heard something about her shooting on this, that this was like, I should have looked that up beforehand, but like, not that it was like a favor, because I think she likely only had to do like 1 day of work on this.
Yeah, she didn't shoot very long on this, but she gave it her all, just like the rest of them.
That's why I wonder if it was like how that came about. It was just her, or if it was just like, oh man, okay, don't puke on your buddy's crotch. That's not cool. He Hugo Stiglitzed him. Oh, and he launched him out. He's unbeatable. There we go. They are. Yep.
It's
Just,
beautiful, man.
it is. Just don't pick someone and decide they think that. There's a caveat.
Especially because they got a family.
Let them come to you with those thoughts and then recognize them. Oh boy. They were. What's wrong with your face? Oh. See? Plus, little kids think farts are funny. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I gotta ask this because we came up in slightly different periods of time. But did you guys have like did the like boys that you grew up around have like a nut slapping phase? Was there ever yeah.
I wasn't involved in it, but there was people around me that had that. We called it price check.
Yeah, it's price check. We called it sack tap. I never wanted to sack tap. I've certainly been sack tap. Or turkey. That's another one.
There's also a phase where people would kick each other in the taint.
That's precision. That is precision. To get just the C of the ABC.
Right.
I am now.
If I was him too, I think I would probably just like I don't have words anymore. Like
I would be like
this fucking corpse for a week.
I would be like, "Are you really thirsty? Yeah, okay. Let me go get you water right now, and then go inside and lock my doors and call the police because that's crazy." Nobody is, buddy. I remember when I was a kid and I watched Men in Black, the first one, with my parents, my stepdad. He went the scene where the dude pulls his skin back and he's like, "Is this better?" He said, "Oh, Edgar." He said, "Man, Edgar's having a rough day." I think about that when I see things like that. He's having a rough one, you know?
Right.
Yeah, no, I'd stay inside. There's a hose pipe, man. He's been in the woods for days. He's not going to die now. Oh.
That fucking smile.
Yeah, man. Come on. Daniel Radcliffe for Bernie.
He's so great. He's so great.
So am I jumping the gun on this? Have they established how he knows her?
They rode on the bus. He snapped a picture of her on the bus.
And that's it.
They said they're going to cover it more in the sequel that Daniel Kwan pitched, Big Manny and Japani.
No.
It was a joke he made on the commentary.
Oh, wow. I was so excited for a moment. Oh, but we got to get that going too, man. Daniel Radcliffe's going to be very busy when we get done with him. Now that we've pitched so many movies for him today, I know he watches this.
Manny?
Yeah, don't let him get a shower or anything.
They even set up in an earlier shot the phone has 1% of charge, so there's like no way this phone's working at this point.
No, God, no.
I love how all the police are like, "What's this creepy guy got this picture of his camera?"
That's why I wear a watch, because I was in that flood and I kept checking my phone and I didn't have a charger, and I just wanted to know what time it was, and every time a percentage would go down that I checked the time, it was like a video game. It was awful. I wear a watch now because of that. Because it bothered me. So that it's fine. It's like finding a Zippo that's 40 years old and lighting it up, or The Walking Dead still using the same gasoline that would have been bad 10 years earlier.
It's so fucking sad, man, because like he doesn't even talk to his dad except the automated birthday card they send each other once a year.
Mm-hmm.
He won't even look at his kid's corpse to confirm it's him. Like,
yeah,
that's fucked up.
Sometimes it'd be like that though. Dads and sons relationships.
He was willing to drive across town and not wait till he got to the medical coroner's office. It's weird. Like,
oh, that's a good point. I didn't put that together.
I mean, I know this is probably just to make the movie cheaper to shoot the ending up, but
yeah. It's not slimline, but streamlines it. Yeah, we should get everyone away from him and into.
But I'm not pulling any punches on bad parents. Not in this podcast. That's a line I draw in the sand, Trent.
Look, we get to talk over these movies. We can be as judgmental. Also, these are not real. These are characters. So yeah, I think we can.
What?
This isn't a documentary.
This is a multiverse.
Oh yeah, you know,
the Paul Dano in that multiverse is a weird pervert.
Uh-huh. What's
I mean, he's not really a pervert. He's just like
he's creepy.
And he's like he's just needs to become an adult.
Listen, guys, look at me right here, guys.
Yeah,
talk to a girl, and if they're not interested in talking to you,
leave them the fuck alone.
There we go. There's a 1-2 punch with that one. Say hi, how are you today, and do a vibe check. And if they're like, then go, I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone. Have a nice day. And if they're like, hi, talk to them.
That's the appropriate response.
Yep. Okay. Hey, here we go. Yeah, this is Citizen Kane.
Growth.
Wow. Maybe. No, it's got to be Citizen Kane. Has to be. Because it is about the internal growth, not about necessarily the trip that you were on.
That looks so bad.
Yeah, I didn't know where he's going with that one, honestly. Dude, at least swipe some meds before you skidoo off the... You're going to go in a cemetery where your family is in that town that snows. I don't remember that Harry Potter movie very well. So I probably shouldn't have started talking about it, but we're too far.
I thought you were referencing Grand Theft Auto 5.
No. Oh, wow. No, but yeah, wow. I forgot about that.
Because the snow and the cemetery.
Yeah, it's like a whole other place that's not on the map. That was tough when I played it. I'm bad at shooting in that game. It's Grand Theft Auto. I like to drive. I don't like to run around shooting people. Trevor. Why am I also...
I love all this was right behind their house, too. This, like, he was there the whole time, and everyone's just like, what the fuck?
Did you get to play around in woods when you were a kid?
Yeah, we had, like, between the fields, there was a little ungrowth area, like, where we had, like, a tree house. Very Bridge to Terabithia-esque.
Did you ever find anything interesting in the woods?
Not like a Manny.
No. I found a 6-pack of Coors Light. It was missing one, and it had probably been in the woods for years. And we found it as tweens, and we were like, oh my God, we got beer. And that's the worst thing I've ever drank in my life. I had one drink and was like, boy, I don't like beer, but I'm not going to let everybody else around me know. Hot woods beer.
So this is us here. The people watching on the beach.
Mm-hmm. We're the audience.
Yeah. That was an interesting note here. Because I'm very much on their side of like, what the fuck?
I actually don't think I do remember the end of this movie because I thought it was something different at this point. Wonder why I thought the other way. Oh no, this is what I remember. Yeah, there it goes. Get out the 6 sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this could be a, unless something else happens I've forgotten, this could be a prequel to the Batman. They also have interesting choices of using high shutter speed between some shots. I noticed it earlier when they were tumbling through the woods. I wonder what the call is about that from people that know what they're doing. Because I know why you use high shutter speed. Like the easiest example would be, Saving Private Ryan. That whole first part is, oh no, he's having a butt boner. But I wonder what's the choice when you mix in the high shutter speed with others. I wonder if it's just they got the shot and it was in that speed. Maybe they had a different plan for it. Like that's the part that you guys get weirded out over? Really? That's where you make a weird face? A fart?
Yeah.
Oh! He didn't deny it, thus though he supplied it.
Mm-hmm. In front of his best friend. I still hope one day you'll be that open.
I think I'm more of a in Shaun of the Dead. I'm sorry, Sean. I think that's more.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's more my speed. I also don't like in public. I've never had to crack a real bad one off. Luckily, those have just bothered me. Like one of those where you just clear a room. Like one drop of it is like that stuff in The Rock that kills everyone.
It wasn't me, officer.
He has ass gas too. See, kids love farts. They find them hilarious.
He's like, that's a manly
that's
fart,
a man,
son.
right there. We've gotten to the source of how to be a man. Farting on command.
Well, Manchester Orchestra sings in the background.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Manchester Orchestra. Man chest farts. This is the most epic man movie ever. Guys movie. Because it is Swiss Army Man. Not Swiss Army wuss.
Certainly doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
No. No, it doesn't. I was like, does Mew talk to her kid for... No, she don't. Oops.
That reporter's like, I fucking hate my job.
Like, all right. You look at me now. You like this? And some say he's still farting his way across the ocean to this day. It's
true.
I love a quick ending. I love it. I hate outros. I hate intros. Just give me the meat. I like a punk rock song, and that's what that's like. Oh my god, we watched Swiss Army Man. Well, Chad, what are your parting thoughts on this movie?
If you haven't, definitely check out their other film. If you don't have time to watch a whole nother movie, watch Turn Down for What. If you haven't, it's a classic music video.
I didn't know they did that video. That's a crazy video.
Oh yeah, that's Daniel, one of the Daniels as the main dude.
Yeah, they hump people through the floors.
Yep, that's him. He was telling a story about he was at a wedding for a family recently and his mom made him do the dance from the music video.
And he just slams through the floor. And they're like, damn it, there's another hole in her floor again. Why do you stop? I know what to turn it down for, not that.
I love it when he just slams the fucking handset on his crotch and the guy's face like melts like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That makes a lot of sense. That tracks. There's a lot of things. We didn't see Sasquatch, so if you watch it again, be on the look. God, I'm gonna have to fix that timer. I'm gonna have to Google where's Sasquatch.
If you find Sasquatch, make sure to press the up button and comment in the comments where you found Sasquatch.
Tell us where it is so I don't have to Google it. Wow, you're so good at this. Could you just do this and I'll guess? That's a lot easier because I have no idea I'm going to fix this timer. Well, man, thank you so much for suggesting it. This is absolutely lovely. It was a wonderful time. Good time. This is a movie to watch with a friend, absolutely. And
Of course. And how did you feel about it, Trent?
man, I think it's
I mean,
awesome. I think it's
you're the one
great.
being reintroduced to it again. How did it stack up a second time?
Well, so I thought that the ending was a little. I thought there was a deeper sub thing that he like killed Daniel Radcliffe. I think that I made that. Well, obviously I made that up, but I don't know why I thought that. So I thought the end was way more sinister, and so I'm actually really glad that the ending was a little more uplifting. I didn't remember seeing that much of Daniel Radcliffe's behind. I didn't remember that. I didn't remember nearly
His fake hairy ass.
I didn't remember all the dick dancing. I didn't remember any of that stuff. So like I think my brain like partitioned that off. But also this is a lot to take in. So I'm gonna say that this is a movie that I recommend that if you like it once, watch it a second time. I think I can see why this is a movie that charts high on your list because it does. I had a great time watching this again. I will watch this another time and I'll have a wonderful time with it. And I'll find even more that I did in the first couple of times, especially because this one, I'm yakking over the whole thing. So,
and I mean, they're not anything like Wes Anderson in like the conventional sense, but like they have that same attention to detail that their movies, when watched repeatedly, just like the multiverse movie as well, there's just so much more that rewards you that you're just like, I connected that. I feel like a smarter person, even though I'm not great at watching movies.
It's almost an overload. Like it's almost too many things that you come across. Yeah, I was saying that this morning. I was talking about Asteroid City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Now, I was talking about how I just watched it and I really liked it, and I've watched it a second time. But it's the same thing that happened with French Dispatch, where I saw it and I was like, that was good, had a good time. It's not my favorite, and then I ended up watching it like 20 more times after it came out on streaming. And so now I'm like, how am I going to watch Asteroid City when I have to watch French Dispatch 100 times? And it's the same thing with all their movies post me actually checking out Moonrise Kingdom. And so I think that this is definitely one of those two. And Everything Everywhere All at Once is also one of those. I've watched it at least twice. I think I watched it a third time. And I'll probably watch it again. And I don't know that I'll ever completely, because it is just like an onslaught of stuff at you and I tell you, I think that's what I like the most is that they don't hold your hand. They assume that you can take that next step with them and understand what they're going for the most part. They don't treat you like an idiot, even though in film school they teach you to treat your audience like they're idiots. And so I appreciate that. So it's this very special thanks to Puddle. Don't know
I did also like end credits provided by endmovietitle.com or something like that.
Oh, really? What? Okay. You didn't, what? You didn't have somebody like hanging out that could type? They make programs that do this. I've made credits before. They worked better than my timer before anybody comes after me about that. My credits were good. I pick a good font. But
they did get to mix the farts in the Dolby Atmos Sound Lab in Texas, though.
Jesus Christ, that's amazing. Oh, wow. Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna end it here. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back. I actually think I might be back next Friday, but we'll wait and sure that up for sure. But thanks for joining the TalkOver. That was Swiss Army Man. I was Trent. He was Chad.
And don't forget to follow if you want a notification next time he goes live.
So fucking good at that. What? Well, I'm not doing any of this. I need a script, man. All right. Bye, everybody.